Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to Explore with JK channel. Before we continue, if you're new here, please make sure to click on that subscribe button, and if you're not new and you've not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on my story. Now guys, on today's video, before we get to the video, I want to apologize first because I know I'm supposed to upload a video hosting a gynecologist answering your questions, but I didn't think that video will take me as much time as it has taken me, guys. So kindly bear with me. I'm going to upload that video as soon as I can, but before then I'm going to be uploading other videos. Kindly bear with me, guys. Let's get on today's video. I know you have already seen the title of the video, and let me start by saying that I have had this idea of doing this video for a very long time, but I have been reluctant to do it for some reasons. But today I decided, you know what, by sharing that story, I'm sure many people will be encouraged by my story and many people will get some information that they didn't have. So I decided I must do this video today. I want to take you through my journey of struggling with blocked fallopian tubes. I want to take you through and tell you where it all began, how the journey has been, how it felt like being in that situation. And I'm sure this story is going to encourage someone out there, maybe going through the same problem, or maybe not going through the same problem, but I'm sure it's going to encourage somebody out there. My story began back in 2019 when I got married, and now we decided, because we are living together and our parents know and we are serious about this, why not get a child? So we decided we are going to have a child, although at that point we were not so intentional about getting a child, but we decided let's get careless. Whatever happens, because sometimes I was getting so scared. Oh, I've messed up, maybe it's not my safe days, you know, all those calculations with safe days and what have you. So it came to a point and we decided whatever happens. If a kid comes, we are ready for the child. So that's how my journey began, guys. After we decided we are getting careless, obviously as a human being you'll get anxious. Are you pregnant? Are you not? So from then I began testing pregnancy every month. So after maybe 1 month, and then I miss my periods for a day or two, I will go get a kit and test whether I'm pregnant. Very excited. After testing the pregnancy for several months and it was all negative, I began getting frustrations, and now we decided that we are going to be intentional about getting pregnant. So from then, that's after like 6 months of trying and it's all negative. So we decided we are going to be intentional about it. After now we decided to be intentional about this story, we tried for several months still, and I used to calculate my safe days, my ovulation days. I even bought kits to show the accurate 14th day of the 14th day after my periods, because that's when ovulation is at its peak point. We used to do a lot of research on what foods we can take, on maybe what medication we can take to boost our fertility and what have you. And so after several months again, this was almost a year now of no results, we began getting more and more frustrations. So it came to a point where I got tired, and a lot of frustrations. Due to those many frustrations, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to be testing again. And that was it. Because you know what used to happen, guys, if my periods miss even for 2-3 days and then I go get a kit and test, believe you me, my periods will come on the same day. So sometimes I was even like, Is it because I have tested that my periods have come? And before, they were delaying, but whenever I will go and get a kit, they will come the same day. So guys, we got to a point where we decided not to think about it at all and see whether there will be any change. 2019 came and passed. We are in 2020, and now 2020 is almost over. That is like 1.5 years of searching. So now it clicked to our mind that we need to seek medical attention. And now that's when we started asking for consulting for the best gynecologists. Actually, we didn't think of a gynecologist first. We thought of going to hospital first, and then from there we knew the doctors would advise us. So our first healthcare was Bliss, which is in town. We went to the town branch. There's a branch, Apple Archives. So that was our first hospital. And when we went there and we explained to the doctor that we've been searching for a kid, now it's been 1.5 years, that's when the doctor told us, the general doctor advised us to have an ultrasound done so that they could tell whether my uterus is aligned and what have you. That is the simplest test you can have done when you have fertility issues. It's the first test that I think doctors advise because it's the simplest. So they did an ultrasound, and by good luck, I thank God for that, my uterus was okay, my womb was okay. Even the report was saying that the womb is okay to even carry a baby and what have you. Yeah, so the issue was not in the uterus. So they advised us to go see a gynecologist. Now, for that hospital, the gynecologist is based in Buruburu and Embakasi. So we had to choose a location where is closer to us, and we chose Embakasi. We booked an appointment, and the gyne gave us a date. And the day came, and we went to see the gynecologist in Embakasi. So the gynecologist took our analysis. He analyzed us, and to know where the problem could be, asked us some questions and what have you, though he did not do any test, because I think when it comes to fertility, there are specific tests that are supposed to be done, not any other test. The gynecologist told us that we need to do an HSG examination. He sent us to Plaza X-ray services to get the HSG done, and he gave us a date. He actually booked an appointment for us at Plaza X-ray services, and we were to go get that X-ray like today and take back the results tomorrow. So we went for the HSG, but guys, let me tell you, it was my worst experience ever. The HSG is the most uncomfortable test that has ever been done to my body. The following day, as we were going, that's when my hubby was asking me, by the way, did you check the results? And I was telling him, no, I didn't check. And I asked him, did you check? And then he tells me no. And then now, after some time, he started telling me, but remember, we agreed that whatever the results, whatever the outcome, we are going to be okay with that. And even if there's no solution for it, we are going to be okay with that. Children are a gift from God, and so if God has decided that's it, then that's it. And the gynae's first question was, have you guys checked these results? And we were like, no, we've not checked. So I began panicking from then. So from there, it clicked into my mind that there must be a problem here, because all along, by the way, my mind was telling me that there's no way I could have a problem. I know it's fertility issues, and there's no scan that will show you have fertility issues. It's after all scans you do, and after all those tests you do, and they are positive, that's when the doctor will advise you that it's fertility issues. So that was my expectation, by the way. And after the doctor said that, I began worrying, by the way, and I was like, what could be the problem? So now he explained to us what is happening, and he told us that The reason as to why I'm not conceiving is because I have blocked fallopian tubes. The scan shows that I have blocked fallopian tubes, and making the matters worse, they were blocked on both sides. Because you guys, you all know we have two tubes, the left and the right one. So, and he told us that in most cases that they have had is where a person has one blocked fallopian tube, but for mine they were both blocked. And so that was the most terrifying moment of my life. I even have never heard of a person having blocked fallopian tubes before. I do not know why I've never heard of it, because after that I heard of so many cases of people who have had blocked fallopian tubes, but before I had not. So I was like, what could be the issue? What caused these blocked fallopian tubes and what have you? And so we began asking him whether there is cure for blocked fallopian tubes. And he told us at least we have two options. We have two options of blocked fallopian tubes, and he told us one of them is surgery, which is not 100%, and it all depends on how long your tubes have been blocked and the amount of blockage your fallopian tubes have. So that one is not, it doesn't work for everyone. It works for a few people who knows for how long they've had the tubes blocked and the amount of blockage the tubes have blocked. And so that one was like, it's an option, it's not an option, because for us we even don't know for how long they have been blocked. We even don't know the cause of the blockage and what have you. So it was like an option. At the same time, it was like it's not an option to us. And the other one he told us about, it was the IVF, where the IVF is where a male sperm and a female ovary, they are taken and fertilized in a lab, in a lab. Yani outside the human body, not in my body, like the way I can conceive and carry that child. No, the sperm is taken, the ovary is taken, they're fertilized in a lab, which is extremely expensive. The gynae told us it's extremely expensive, and it's also not available in most facilities in Kenya. Sorry, it's not available in most facilities in Kenya, I think, and that's why it's extremely expensive. So also that was like, it's not an option also. Anyway, I felt like crying at that moment. By the way, my tears were here, and now my hubby is looking at me. They are encouraging me, don't worry, children are a gift from God and what have you. And then the doctor says you are even good because you have the ovums, you have the eggs and what have you, so don't worry, we have had other worse cases than that. And I was like, what are these guys telling me? I could not understand what they are telling me. I totally could not understand them, because I really wanted a child so bad. Yani to a point of I became frustrated with God. I was like, no, why is this happening to me? And now the gynae told us, so that we be sure of the results, I'm going to do other several HSGs, as he also sends my spouse to go get a sperm analysis, because that's the only test men can be done, sperm analysis. So he sent me to another facility to get another second opinion and see whether the results, so that we can be sure of what we are saying. So he went for the sperm analysis. I also went for the HSG. I used to feel bad when I'm told to go for the HSG again, because it's the most uncomfortable test I have ever had in my life. But since I wanted this so badly, I decided then that's okay, let me do it. And I'm hoping that one time all this thing will be over. So he went for the sperm analysis. I also went for the HSG. and we went back to the gynecologist, and that time I decided I also don't want to see whether the results are negative or positive. Let me just wait and see what the doctor says. We went back, and by God's grace the sperms were okay. Nothing was wrong with him, so the problem was not in him, the problem was in me. And another scan, another HSG from another facility different from the one we went before, showed that I still have blocked fallopian tubes, both of them. Let me show you guys. This was the first one. I have several tests, but I don't know whether they will be clear to you, but let me show you these. So this was the first test, guys. I don't know whether it's clear. So as you know, the human reproductive system, you're supposed even to see the tubes coming this way, but in this case you don't even see the tubes anywhere at all. So I think this can tell you that my tubes were really blocked. Same case to the second. This was the second test, guys. It also shows that my tubes are blocked from both sides. None of them is clear, they are both blocked. Yes, so those were the results. And after the results, they used to give an analysis. I don't know whether you can see, guys. An analysis of the whole, a summary of the whole analysis, that's it. So, and most of them used to write, like the first analysis, the conclusions were normal endometrial cavity, bilateral, lateral, tubal occlusion. So this was the second summary of the analysis, and it read: the cervical canal of normal caliber, the uterine cavity is well outlined and is normal in size and configuration, there is bilateral proximal tubal occlusion. So you see, the main problem was this tubal occlusion, which means that there is blocked fallopian tubes. We took the second results. The gynecologist had already showed us, or rather we had already noted, that now the gynecologist cannot be able to take the case from where we are now. Because first of all, we asked him whether they offer all those the two solutions that he gave us, and he told us that no, they don't, unless he refers us to other hospitals and other people who have the same facilities after we've planned ourselves. He actually told us that when you opt to have any of these solutions, you must be prepared financially, because it is financially draining. And so after he sent us to go get the third HSG, we even didn't bother to return the results to him, because we knew from there he can't handle our case. And from there, I used to get stressed a lot. That thing stressed me for the longest time I ever known. And my hubby used to tell me that it's not a must to have kids. Kids are a gift from God. And so I should stop worrying. I used to cry. And he tells me to stop crying, that God is going to bless us when the time comes. And now I'm wondering, how is he going to bless us with my tubes blocked and we are doing nothing about it? Because at that time we were not prepared to go have the surgery, neither have the IVF, because they were extremely expensive. Sometimes we will ask ourselves whether our parents ask themselves why we are not getting pregnant and what have you. So I decided to tell my parents, my mom. I talked to my mom and my big sister, and my mom was like, she was praying for me. Whenever she would hear a doctor come to TV talking about such issues, she would call and tell me to listen to what the doctor is saying and see if I will find a solution. She would pray. She will keep on asking me, now mmefikisha wapi maneno, mliona mfanye aje, and what have you. Yani she was also worried on my behalf. Now we had not told the parents, my in-laws, my mom-in-law and my in-law side in short, and the thought of us telling them, it made me sick. I don't think they will react in a bad way. I'm sure they are people who understand issues. I'm sure they will have understood us, but the thought of us telling them that I have an issue with conceiving, it just made me sick. It gave me stress like 1,001 times, and I used to tell God not to allow me tell them that I have a problem, solve this issue for us. So in the process of doing research, that's when one of my hubby's friends told him about a specific medication that I used, and I think I'm going to talk about that in the next video, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed. I hope this story is going to encourage somebody, and I want to tell you that whatever you're going through right now, it's not the end of everything. Yani, I thought like that will be the end of it all. That will be the end of my marriage, and my marriage is one of the biggest blessings I always count each and every day of my life. And I thought that will be the end of it, but who is God? He's so faithful. He had plans for me. Yes, so that's it for today, guys. Let me talk about the solution I had, or rather what I did to come out of that situation, in my next video. So thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for your continued support, love and care. I really much appreciate, guys. And I want to remind you guys, please always comment on my videos and click on that subscribe button. Click on that, turn on the notification bell, so that when I post a video you won't miss out. And also, guys, be giving me a thumbs up after watching my videos. It really supports my channel, guys. So thank you so much, and may God bless you. See you in the next one.